CEOs of public companies. So one of the absolute biggest mistakes I see the average underperforming CEO making is they rely on Zoom calls, their own kind of in-house webinars, Facebook Live or whatever it is, as a way to get new investors into their stock. Or I don't know. Why do they do these updates? Listen, it's better than doing nothing. It is better than doing nothing. It's a way to update your investors. It's okay, but here's why it doesn't work. There's two reasons. Number one is it's boring, okay? It's you're inviting people. You can invite people to your house. Hey, come over for some drinks. Yeah, I'm talking about strangers, right? Imagine you're inviting investors, shareholders to come to your house. It's a little weird, right? Or you can invite them to a five-star restaurant, a bar, five-star restaurant, which a venue that they will want to go to, an independent venue. They like that much better. It makes obvious sense for multiple reasons. Now, one of the reasons why these webinar and Zoom calls do not work is very simply because you're only reaching your existing shareholders. You're not reaching any new people. You're already preaching to the converted. And mostly you're going to get diehards. You're going to get diehards, on the call and, the fluff, whatever. But if you want your stock to go up, I'm assuming you're still watching this video at 1:38 seconds because you actually do care about increasing your stock price. And the proven formula for increasing your stock price is to be on a third-party independent platform, media platform, which has a trusted brand, that has a track record. And I'm talking about, of course, Wall Street Reporter, which is, look, I'm slightly biased, that's my company. But we've been around 25 years, created over $1 trillion in wealth for investors, delivering countless stocks that went up 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x. And the reason why Wall Street Reporter is so effective, again, we pioneered this concept of doing CEO interviews online 25 years ago. We were the first guys doing it. But the reason why we're so effective is it's a trusted brand name. It's a heritage brand. Investors, consumers pay a premium price for heritage brands. Look, if you put a certain brand name on a product, that product automatically increases in value. I'm talking about, Rolex, Chanel, Supreme. I always use that example. I love that example. It's the skateboard brand or something, which is an egregious example. You put that Supreme logo on anything and the value of it increases by 10,000% or something crazy. Now, so Wall Street Reporter has, that proven track record. Investors trust Wall Street Reporter, and that's what makes our live streams so effective, much more effective than you doing your own in-house webinar, because we're constantly bringing in new investors, and that's what this is all about. It's about getting your story out to new investors. Even if it's an update, you're going to get your own investors. You're going to get thousands of new eyeballs on your stock, and it's all backed. This is the most important part, quite frankly, is that brand name of Wall Street Reporter, that credibility, which frankly you do not have. That's right, you don't have that credibility. Now, I'm sorry to insult you, but you gotta look at it this way. Again, I talk about this in my bestseller book, 10 Bagger Blueprint. The way the microcap market works is all stocks are considered guilty. That's right, guilty until proven innocent. Most microcap CEOs do not have any credibility because investors always assume that these guys are scammers. They probably assume that you're a scammer. However, when you're on the Wall Street Reporter platform, do you want to defend yourself in court, or do you want to have the dream team? Why did O.J. Simpson have 10 lawyers? I don't know, he spent $10 million on the best lawyers. This is back 20 years ago, right? 30 years ago. Because there's an old saying, anybody who represents themselves in court has a fool for, what is the word? A fool for a client and an idiot for a lawyer, or vice versa, whatever. But the point is this, you always want to have a trusted third-party independent person promoting your stock rather than you doing it yourself. Or actually, I should say, alongside you. One of the reasons why Wall Street Reporter interviews are so effective, why our live streams get the massive results, is number one is it's the brand, it's the high energy that we bring to these live stream events, and that is something that you will not, I guarantee you will not be able to generate by yourself. I know this sounds kind of corny, but a big value of these, especially when we do a live stream, it's creating a high energy, which catalyzes the stock. I'm not going to go into too many details on this video because public, I revealed some of our secrets in our only events, but I think you could get the sense of where I'm going. The point is this: you can be penny wise, dollar foolish. You can keep doing these little webinars, save yourself a couple dollars, and you'll keep getting the same results you've been getting, which is not much. Or you can make a small investment, and you can be on the Wall Street World winning platform. And what would that be worth? Think about it. What would it be worth if all of a sudden your valuation of your company increased by 100 million, 200 million, 300 million? And we've had countless clients that we've done that for. What is that worth? What is that worth to you if your valuation increases by even 50 million? Would you pay, if you knew with certainty that your valuation would increase by 50 million, would you pay $5 million, 10%? Would you pay $2 million, $1 million? The good news is our programs are a lot less than $5 million. I can tell you that. But the results are super high probability, and especially if you follow the success formula. If you're part of our 100x CEO Academy, you know what that is. That's a proven system. Anybody who does it absolutely gets results. If you don't do it, the odds are not that favorable, or the odds are average. And my goal is to tilt the odds in your favor, to make you our next success story. Get in touch if you want to be part of the winning team, if you want to make your stock a success, potentially 100 bagger, maybe not 100 bagger. What if you only become a 10x, a 10 bagger? Why not maximize your full potential, be all you can be? Get in touch.